Now, I did the small barns list and then realized that I had left a couple of people off inadvertently. So we're going to start over. Obviously, Deb Moran still has Adrenaline Rush and chocolate for lunch for us. Adrenaline Rush trained in 2:15 this morning, I'm told. So that's good. He's on his way back to the track and a big hole to dig out of there. Chocolate for lunch. Chocolate for lunch. A little flat this week. I didn't like that line. James said she was rather ordinary. I think this filly's a better filly than she's showing us. So we have a multitude of ways to get to the bottom of this. We can change her shoes. We can add a little grab. Either way, I think they'll probably write a 2-year-old maiden at Grand River Georgian this week where we can probably get her in to go. And I'd like to go with her, get a feel for what's going on with Chocolate for Lunch. Now, it was hard to tell when that 2-5 mile, it's hard to discern talent when you're going so slow, but I thought there was something there. She did go in, 59, 2 minutes, so there was a 6-second gap already, but I would like to see a little more. So we'll see. We'll get to the bottom of that in the next week or 10 days. Julie Miller obviously is 3-point blue chip for us. And 3-point blue chip is swimming right now. Not a lot of updates. He hasn't capsized, so he's still swimming. I think our biggest update, I think, will be this week or the next when we get another barrage of x-rays on that foot to see how he is coming. So all things point to him doing well right now. Couldn't ask for much more right now for 3-point blue chip. And then Will DeWayne Hanover raced great. Her first start. Super excited about her second start here in Pennsylvania for Julie. She'll be racing, I believe, Sunday night at the Poconos, and we'll all be watching intently. Now, Brett Miller, I had a lot of people message me out, not a lot, 2-3 people messaged me after the race, anywhere between Brett drove him bad to why did he move him and what happened. First and foremost, Brett's a world-class driver, right? And we all make mistakes, but it didn't look like that was a mistake. That looked methodical to me. And yeah, it didn't end up good. So even I was quietly saying, why didn't he move him? I mean, I'll get to what I truly felt after, but Jason had called me and said, yeah, Brett came up to him and said, listen, we had a couple of horses we raced today that were really sick. They warmed up flat, they raced terribly, and they scoped sick. And he said, I went on the track with Kings County, who was stabled right beside them, and he was flat. Seemed flat in the warm-up. But he said he was just quiet, reserved. He said usually he's a little springy and a little grabby, so I just thought immediately thought that he was a little bit sick and I was going to race him accordingly, try and scab some money, and then didn't become far after the quarter pole when I was pinned in. I realized that it felt really good around the last turn. I was kicking myself and down the lane, just kind of bit my lip, and he finished up fantastic. My answer to that is simple. Listen, this is a horse we know is a little bit of a bleeder, and I would rather him not empty him out every week. He had that week off. Between the week off and driving him very conservatively the other day, that'll probably go a long way to that horse's future in the race. It's going to get hot in the summer. It's not going to be easy on him. So even though Brett might have been a little miffed with the way he drove the horse, and maybe some of you maybe didn't understand it or were a little upset the way he drove him, I was actually very happy. Overall, big picture scenario, I think that was the best case scenario for us long term for Kings County, the way he drove the horse, whether he meant to or not. Now, Mark Beckwith had a new horse come to him last week in Silent Assassin. I was super happy to send her down there. I can't wait to see her race Monday. Now, I didn't get an update yet from him. I'll give him a call and get that. But we have 2 horses in the sale on Monday that Mark has. Stonebridge Simba, High Gear No Fear. I think they'll both sell, but at the same token, if they don't, they don't. These are 2 horses in particular, like the aged horses, where they do have reserves on them, and I have no qualms about it. I think High Gear No Fear is somewhere around 20, which is a loss for myself and my partners on that guy. And Stonebridge Simba was 25, which I thought was fair, but I could see him bringing more. He's in the open, which is going to get tough for him. He's in the open on Sunday. So Mark has those 2 now. I didn't want to do my opening yet because I wanted to see some horses race tonight. In particular, Patrick the Piranha A, from the outside, from the far outside, a handicap position, racing in the open at Saratoga. I can't wait to see this guy race. I know he can get around half, because I saw him buzz around Tomiko before I sent him down there. So I'm very interested to see what's going to take place tonight with Patrick the Piranha. Good luck to everybody. I guess by the time you watch this video, it's over, but good luck to everybody anyway. And then obviously Ross Leonard, a winner with Massive Profit. I love how he's managed this horse. He's just done a tremendous job. We do have Mo Power Baby going out to him soon enough. And then, oh my gosh, he'll be a little bit behind, maybe August. He'll probably find his way out there. I trained him today. He was lazy, but he was good. I think he's a horse I'm going to get over to Ohio so we can really drill on him through the month of July and get him tightened down and find out, okay, is this guy staying in or going out? I think he's staying in. I think he's going to Indiana, but I could be wrong. I'll let you know sometime in July. Megan Schramm and Scott Zeron have tie one on. Now, this is a bit of a tricky situation here. I had told Scott and Megan right up front, put her where you want. If you want to go in the Stallion, go in the Stallion. If you want to go in the Sire Stakes, go in the Sire Stakes. Now, this is important because Scott Zeron has nothing to gain by one, racing her if she's not good, and two, racing her over her head. He's driving her. So it does nothing for him to go out and get beat up. So I left it with him and Megan. I get a text the day of the draw and said, this is a stake filly. She couldn't have possibly trained any better. I'm putting her in the sires. Okay, way you go. Now, it is what it is. If she doesn't race good, if she throws in a clunker, she'll be in Ontario within days. If she doesn't race great, we'll make a decision after that. We still get the art. We still get the Stallion Series, 1 division or 2 divisions or whatever there is left. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with tie one on. You know, regardless, and I said this the other day, it doesn't really matter. She's a good filly. If she's not awesome right now, fine. We'll get her back to awesome. But she will get back there. She's a fighter. She's a tough filly. So I don't know what will happen tomorrow at the Poconos. I'm very interested to see. And then you guys haven't, I don't have them on my list yet, but Jason Robinson is going to get 4 to 6 horses in Kentucky for us. Obviously, Una Madonna is heading to Kentucky for the Kentucky Sires, first elimination at Oak Grove. Unbeatable Kemp and Blue Bayou Dio are going there, but they're all 3 of those are going to the vet on Monday. Want to make sure they're all right. Una Madonna still biting that line. Is it in her mouth? Does she not like the head pull, or is there something bothering her? I couldn't see anything. Let's see if the vet can. And she's already been there once, found nothing. So I'm interested to see what the vet's going to say about her on Monday. Unbeatable Kemp, I think it's shoeing more than anything. Got to change those shoes around on Unbeatable Kemp. And then Blue Bayou Dio also. I told you she didn't feel good the other night. Something was up. Didn't take long to get to the bottom of her. GGT was very high. That's at liver count. We battled that with horses, almost like a virus sometimes. It jumped on Blue Bayou Dio, so we'll get that back down. We put her on the pills right away, and that will come down quick enough. But she is, worth noting, she is a little bit off right hind, so the veterinarian should get to the bottom of that on Monday also. Not bad, just a little bit. Walk on the Moon will be heading to Kentucky immediately. He'll be entered in to go there next weekend. And I'd like to send an open trotter down there. I can see Yes maybe going down for a month, or stay close if he gets out of that class on Monday. He's picked to win that class on Monday, and that will be it for that class for him. So it might be worth taking him to Kentucky for a month. Also, we'll see. And then depending on if Crew Chief sells another horse. Again, if you're out there and you're wondering about that Trixton colt that has qualified and looked pretty good and raced pretty good, yeah, 22. That's the reserve on the horse, and I have no qualms about it. I'll tell anybody that calls me. It's a reserve for $22,000 on him. I think he's worth probably 30 or more. But he may go. If he doesn't sell, I'm perfectly fine. If he doesn't sell, just send him down to Kentucky also. So Jason's likely to get 4 to 6 horses from the stable for Kentucky starting next weekend. I will be there next weekend and the following weekend also. So we will see how things go, but we're off to a flying start with the bigger stables and the smaller stables. We've gone through the smaller stables. I'll be back in just a minute with Mario Smart.